I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Dragons of Starfall. We are rejoining the party as they approach the palatial mansion of Lady Belladonna and her husband, Lord Maximus, as they are on yet another quest to become heroes. They are stopped by 4 guards at the gates who ask them their names and business here.
I look over to Dragos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick question, real quick. So, before
Our companions, we seek to speak with your lady, Mistress Belladonna. We found an item of hers. We'd like to return it.
Before I continue with that, somebody had a question?
yes, is there a map loaded on right now? Because I'm not seeing it.
Oh, yes.
Map time. I like the maps. Excuse me, I have a cough. I need some cough medicine.
I can heal you, but I'm not.
A little lesser restoration should take care of that.
He needs greater restoration.
All right. So we're here to return your item, Lady Belladonna.
And what item do you have of hers?
I would like to speak to her if that's possible. It's of great value, I promise.
Isn't it a gem box? Oh no, I remember.
Don't say.
That was out of character. I meant like.
Oh, I know, but
Before I can let you in, I need to know your business that I can state it and get permission.
We come returning a lost item to her that we found we recaptured from a group of thieves outside the city.
And can I tell her what item it is?
I would like to just show it to her. It's of great value, though.
That's a really suspicious answer. How do I know you're not here to assassinate her?
I'd be happy to turn over my weapons.
Well, if you're coming inside the palace, that's mandatory.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't.
Go ahead.
I say we came across some gems we believe belong to her.
I see. All right. Very well. You can leave your weapons here with Ulf, and he will store them in the armory to the side here, and you can reclaim them on your way out.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. I start unbuckling my.
Letting us all in?
Yeah, I start unbuckling my holster, and then I take off the greatsword from my back, and I hand it to the guards. I say, "Here you go. Please, we're just trying to return Lady Belladonna her items. We really mean no harm."
And so, after having gathered up the weapons, he brings them over here to the armory as stated. The other guards part and allow you guys to pass.
Is
Thank
anybody
you.
else's map loading slowly?
Mine's
I'm
loaded.
still loading.
Okay.
It's fine.
Mine's loaded in.
Here, I'll get there. So I have like a Clint Eastwood style poncho that goes over one side so that the arm is hidden.
Oh, so that the arm is concealed?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know.
So it's covered up with this poncho.
Yeah, we still got Mr. Punchy to protect us if anything goes down. Did you have to turn over your instrument? Did Say have to turn over his instrument?
No.
Okay, he still has it, so he can still cast magic too. We're good.
And me.
And you, yeah, because you got big brain.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
So
let us in.
as you enter the courtyard, you can see that this is indeed a truly magnificent palace made out of white marble veined with black and gold and with trees of rare, you know, import and everything all over the courtyard. Uh, you can tell that these are very wealthy patrons. There's a huge statue of a woman bearing a water jug in the front of the foyer, and the columns just open up directly into a large foyer.
Looks nice in here. Never been in a place this fancy.
I see it's done in the neoclassic style.
Sure, whatever that
Hopefully
means.
hopefully they'll have some food and drink.
Oh, I hope
It's
they
a
have food here.
swanky pad.
Do we keep going in, or should we expecting someone to lead us? Is someone leading us, or are we just by ourselves?
No one is leading you.
All right.
Keep heading in.
Yeah, all right. If they just let us in, let's just keep going.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I guess we're up here above the fountain.
As you approach, you can see two almost throne-like chairs, and seated on them are Lady Belladonna and what you can only assume is her husband, Lord Maxius, as they are hearing the case of one of their serfs who is asking for some workers to come and help repair their plow so that they can, do the tilling of the field.
Okay. I will just stand quietly and wait my turn.
You hear the peasant pleading their case about how, with their sons being called away on war, they have no help to, competently repair the plow. And without the plow, there'll be no crops next year for them to tax. Lord Maxius frowns down at the man and says that if he is too poor to be able to afford the taxes, he knows what will await him.
Oof. Yeah, I don't want to get in the middle of this, so let's just.
Well, actually, sir, I can fix your plow if you give me an hour. Where is it? Is it outside? Did you bring it with you, or is it far?
How dare you interrupt this hearing?
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
We apologize, Lord. Our friend didn't understand protocol. Please forgive his impotence. Please ignore us.
Now, as I was saying, the punishment for not paying your taxes is hard labor. If you do not, meet the requirements, then that is on you. And I am not here to provide workers to my serfs.
Surf's up.
And so he sends the peasant away empty-handed.
Good luck, man.
We
I'm
can
gonna lean
find him.
over to Aaron. He doesn't seem like a very.
I was thinking that myself. I whispered back to Logan.
Shut it. Are there other petitioners there, or are we next?
No, you guys are next.
Lord and Lady, it is an honor to be before you in your wondrous court.
Are you
My
just
name,
gonna yell at me from outside, or are you gonna enter my
Oops.
chambers?
we're entering. Sorry, my screen is still loading. I can't see anything.
It's okay. I'm moving you guys for the ones who can't see.
Okay, good. Yeah, I have the same problem.
Yeah, I'm moving Logan and Dragos. Okay, you guys are right in front of him now. If you want to talk to him,
I'll give a respectful bow.
I bow. I
Lord
follow.
and Lady, it's an honor to be in your court. I apologize for my friend's interruption. We're here today to return some property I believe was taken from you.
Oh, I have much property being stolen constantly by these filthy peasants. What have you recovered?
Just a day ago, we were waylaid on the road by a group of bandits, and we were able to overpower them. And in their possession was this gem, and I hold up the Heart of the Ocean gem, and we were told that this belongs to you, and we are here to return it.
Immediately, Lady Belladonna's eyes light up and she steps forward and reaches for the gem.
It is our honor to give it to you, and I place it in her hand.
She recognizes it instantly and says, "This is indeed the gem that went missing." And she looks at her husband. "Tell me again how you came into possession of this."
Just a day ago, we were attacked on the road by a group of bandits, uh, highwaymen and brigadiers who tried to take our lives and our possessions, and we were able to overpower them and turn the tables. And in afterwards, we located some items they had stolen from others, and in that possession was that jewel.
And how do I know that you are not the bandits making up a story?
Well, sir, if we were the bandits, we wouldn't be here.
Perhaps you knew that my agents were out looking, and if they caught you with this, would kill you on sight.
Or perhaps we are heroes or good Samaritans returning your gem.
Heroes.
Yes, I've been in the town the whole time, and I can vouch for them. They brought it with them into the town after an obvious scuffle.
Lord, we know we would never be ones to cross you. When we found out who the owner was, we brought it here out of respect for your great power and achievements. We never would have considered crossing you. That would have been a foolish thing to do. Your power is known throughout the region, and only a fool would steal from you, and we are no fools.
Persuasion with advantage.
In this case, kind of tough.
Very well. And if you are the heroes that you claim to be, perhaps you can be of more use to me.
Absolutely. It certainly seems your agents weren't successful in finding this.
Indeed. You
What sort
see,
of things do you need? Or how could we be service to you?
there is a small group of rebellious uh, troublemakers who are attempting to organize an armed rebellion. If I were to send in my soldiers, it might only further rile up the peasantry. But if some people were to go in and set them straight, perhaps further bloodshed could be avoided.
Certainly, I believe that's something we could be of help with. Uh, could you have your man provide us details on who we need to speak to and where we can find them?
Indeed, although where you can find them is a little harder.
I'm sure we're more than capable of searching for a few miscreants.
Excellent. Then yes, I shall have my scribe provide you with all of the details. If you do a satisfactory job, some reward shall be in store.
We are incredibly honored to be in your service. We will not disappoint you.
I'm gonna do lots
So,
of groveling.
so after
It's kind of
dismissing you, the scribe meets you and tells you that the problem is a group of peasants and former soldiers that call themselves the Freedom Force, and they are attempting to uh, disrupt Lord Maxius's supply chain to his armies that he has deployed across New Eglia,
Now,
or not New Eglia. Yeah, New Eglia. And oh, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, is there a war, like a bigger war, going on right now between Waterrand and New Eglia, or what is the conflict that we are going to be entering?
Yeah, so there is a major scuffle going on between Carpathia, New Eglia, and the border kingdoms are caught up in that as well. Each one, choosing like different sides.
Hmm. Well, I assume we don't know what's going on, but we know that there's just a war going on between the three nations, I guess.
Yeah,
I
the
have
war,
some knowledge of it. My family's involved.
Oh yeah,
the
maybe we'll
the war
we'll
is
ask you.
not full on right now, but like it's escalating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the there's an effort to destabilize New Eglia from the inside.
Oh. So he's sending troops to New Eglia to defend maybe the front, like into the border kingdoms. Is that what he's doing?
You don't know.
Yeah, I guess we don't know. So
But hey, hold on a sec.
go ahead.
Is that farmer nearby?
Yes.
I say let's help him.
Logan, I turned to Logan. Logan, like, hey, go help that farmer. Go talk to him. Go talk to him about the plow and help him. And we'll come with. But let's sort of see if he can't give us an inroads to these Freedom Force people. He
I-
might.
all right. If I can catch up with them, I'll try.
Yeah, let's hustle it up.
Should I make like a check to see if I can catch the guy or see where he went?
Well,
Yeah,
before
He
we
said he was nearby.
Yeah, you're a monk. You'll catch up to him.
All right, so I'll quickly run back.
yeah,
Sure,
catch
sir,
up to
wait,
him.
as I
Oh.
said, I can fix your plow, but just hold up. My friends want to speak to you.
Oh, I got a long way to go before I get back to my house. I gotta keep walking.
We'll walk with you then, sir.
I think they have an elephant. They'll give you a lift. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, we can get our elephant and
Yeah,
head with.
but weren't you guys still talking to the scribe?
Yeah. I was gonna say
Oh.
before we leave, like, can we talk to the
Yeah, I
scribe?
went off on my own.
Yeah, I'll send Logan. Sorry, I thought we were. Sorry. Yeah, Logan, go find that guy.
Okay, so Logan goes off, and then we'll catch up to the B plot right now as soon as we speak to the scribe.
We'll just send a message back to the house, or find a runner if you need to tell us where to meet you.
Well, he is a monk, so he can probably,
Yeah.
Get there.
Okay. But yeah, sorry,
speaking
we'll
to
cut the. My bad.
yeah, so I was saying that there was a group of freedom fighters or freedom forces that are disrupting his plans, and I asked the scribe, what plans does he have? What are they trying to disrupt?
Well, as you know, Lord Maxius is a powerful, noble with armies at his commands, and he has sent his forces uh, to do his bidding.
And what does that mean?
It means they do what he says.
Yeah.
Probably best not to ask too many questions, my friend.
Yeah. He's not going to
Okay,
answer.
Arn is feeling a bit suspicious because they're named the Freedom Forces, and I know we're working for this guy because I'm working with Dragos. But just so you are aware, I don't. He really didn't like the sound of us disrupting the Freedom Forces. I really want to know what the Freedom Forces are.
Yeah,
Well-
but we need to talk about that separate from the
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
call.
know.
Talk about it in front of the
This is
crowd.
out of character. I was just saying to you guys that just so you know, Arn is already feeling kind of suspicious about stuff.
Well, hopefully Arnold trusts me not to screw him over.
Well, Arn will do what Arn wants to do. Of course I won't. You're my friend. I wouldn't do anything to hurt you. So.
I didn't steal that kid's money. Just relax. Okay. So you were saying though, so they're interrupting. Do you know where they're drawing forces from?
Although we have managed to capture some of the individuals, they all refuse to talk. We know that they hide in the woods north of the farming village.
North of the farming village in the woods. Okay.
God, I hope
So
one of the people we just killed.
no, we went south to go into the woods. We're not going north.
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, yeah,
Um,
we didn't go north.
Are any of the people available to talk to now? Could I have a few minutes alone with somebody to speak to them?
Who?
With
The any of the people you captured? Any of
The
them available?
prisoners?
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Well, I'm just asking.
No, you're not allowed to go speak to prisoners.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. We'll go look north. Freedom Force. I understand that the Lord would like to avoid further bloodshed.
As
Are
well
there?
as well as his name being attached to this.
Of course. Okay. I think that's enough information that we know basically where to find them and who we're looking for. So we can head out. I thank the scribe for his help, and we can head and go collect our weapons.
Yeah, and as you guys leave, the guard readily hands over your weapons. No fuss.
sounds good. Thank you for my sword, and I want to get out of this place.
Yeah.
They seem very autocratic here.
Yeah. Now, when we get outside and we're alone, I'll be like, clearly the guy's a dick,
Mhm.
but that if we can sue this over and keep these people from getting killed or for causing trouble elsewhere, we can do a lot of good. There might be ways to help them. So let's hear their grievances and see if we can't find a solution for them.
Thank you. I agree with you. Arn says I really want to know what the Freedom Forces are doing. They seemed very suspicious when I asked what they were fighting against. I don't feel comfortable, killing citizens. It seems.
That's not my goal either.
They did specifically say no further bloodshed.
Yeah, that's true.
The goal is to end the violence. So we need to find out what the grievances are, find a way to answer them. And
Right
then,
at
Alright.
the end there.
If I may interject, friends, I was going to say that we're alone now, right? By the way, out of character.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
If I may interject, if we can smooth this over without any bloodshed, both having friends in the royalty such as them, having friends in such high places is a very good position to be in.
and having friends among the freedom fighters and the sort of the common people is also very good. So if we can balance both sides, we come out way ahead.
Yes.
Of
I
course.
hope.
And this man seems the sort that you should come to him with a problem already solved rather than presenting a solution. So I certainly think we should do what we can to solve the problem and then just be able to tell him that things have been handled.
He wants them to, but that doesn't necessarily mean dead, right? You can simply chase the
Yeah.
snakes into the grass.
I mean, we'll see when we get there. We'll see how cooperative they are. But first we need to catch up with the B plot with Logan. Does Logan end up helping this guy with his thing?
Yeah, well,
Well,
I'll have to go to wherever the plow is back to his.
Logan
Probably can bring
Logan
it.
finds out where this guy's house is and then runs back to meet you guys. It's getting dark by the time he meets you.
So let's sleep for the night, and then we'll go to the farm. Is this farm happen to be north of the city, or like?
Yep.
Okay,
Perfect.
so that's good. This is what I was hoping, is it would put us on the right path. So we're going to go there and make a big show of helping this guy get his plow. I actually think we should bring Tusky because we can plow a bunch of his field in about 2 minutes with Tusky's help.
Okay, sure. Let's go pick up Tusky.
Well, so we'll
If I
go.
may interject again,
Go ahead.
I think it might be of use for us if we're going back to the Adventurers Guild or to a tavern or anything like that. It might be of use to ask around, see if anybody knows anything. Of
Yeah,
course, we'd have to
True.
get them. Of
So,
course,
yeah,
we'd have to get them cooperative first. But
yeah.
So how about instead going home tonight, since it's getting dark, let's go into the Adventurers Guild, ask some questions, and then go to bed. Because
Yeah, so-
I'm sure it's more popping during the nighttime anyway. So
Yeah, and I need to get some rations too. I'm down to my last one.
you're right. I'm ready. I have 2 left. Yeah, we need to go shopping before we leave as well.
yeah, I need to go
That's
shopping too.
supplies.
All right, so let's go to the. We're gonna head to the Adventurers Guild DM.
Okay. And so you are there.
All right. So
Is
we
there a
walk in.
provisioner here?
I didn't hear that. What'd you say?
Is there a provisioner? I just want to buy rations for everybody.
The stock room is always got somebody at the desk ready to sell you guys whatever you need.
Here,
So
I'll be in charge of getting the rations. You guys go ask questions. I'm not good at asking
That's fine.
questions.
So
I look over at Dragos and and I go for his attention.
hey, what's up?
Okay. So I think I might have an idea. These people will probably be a lot more talkative if we get them happy and merry first. So what if I go and put on a show or performance, get them all
Oh, of course.
loosened up, and then you go and ask the questions in my stead.
Sure.
All right,
All right.
then.
Go for it. Say good
Knock
luck,
him
man.
dead.
All right.
There's a stage, I assume.
Well,
just
maybe
like a
maybe leave them alive.
knock him dead.
This is just weird random fact I picked up. Do you know why they say break a leg in theater?
Why?
So that you don't break a leg.
End up
It's
in the
reverse
cast.
psychology.
What did you say, David?
So you end up in the cast.
In the cast? Oh my god.
It's a
Oh,
pun.
that's terrible.
I didn't know that. That sounds.
I
That's.
found that out 2 days ago. It blew my mind.
I mean, it makes sense, but now I don't like it anymore.
Oh, but
All right,
the saying predates modern casting of casts.
Yeah, it's
Theater.
a joke.
Casts are
Okay, I was gonna say, well, it's a joke or it's a true because I was gonna say theater's like 1,200 years old or it's
yeah, but
1,200 or something.
the phrase doesn't. And casts are old. Like they found casts that are thousands of years old. So that
Oh,
is-
okay. Oh, that's true. Yeah, they made it from mud sticks and
yeah.
really concrete.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead and give the
Bad
great
time.
performance.
Oh no, you're fine. Okay, so I walk into the. Is there a stage or anything, or like a place where everybody can see?
Well,
DM.
I assume this is a like bustling, like this is a bar that like people are drinking and people are very loud. So you have to play really good music in order to catch their attention.
Yeah.
Because we've been in. Oh, wait, you were here with us, right? When we came here the first time, or no?
No.
Okay, so when we came here the first time, there were a lot. So this is the Adventurers Guild. A lot of adventurers when they come into Waterland meet here, and this is like a hangout spot, like a bar. There's food for adventurers, free food for adventurers. So there are tons of people who are like us that are on the road and they meet up here. So you have to be something special to get their attention.
What did you guys pay to join this Adventurers Guild?
100 gold, right? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we everybody paid 100 gold to get in. We already covered. Well, I think we'll just give you Gartuk's pass.
Have to ask them if you could pass on the pass of a dead member.
Nope.
Oh, I gotta pay. That's okay. I will pay and join this guild, and then I want to see some free drinks.
Yeah, that sounds
All
good.
right.
All right, go for it, Say.
All right. So I walk into the middle of the room where I'm easily seen, and I go, "Gather round, everyone, for I am the bard of many tales and of many stories, the elephant tamer, the bandit slayer, and of course, the dragon conqueror. Gather around and hear my stories and hear my songs." Does that get their attention?
Well, first you're gonna have to roll for performance just for that introduction.
Okay.
And then see if they even like look at you.
Yeah. I thought if I thought if I went in there with something like that, it would. All right, hold on. Let me roll for performance real quick. I just got to remember how to do that.
It's in your skills tab.
Yep.
Look for performance.
Perhaps David will inspire him.
No, I
Sleight
don't
of
know.
hand.
Dragos?
I don't think Dragos is that kind of a bard. he's not
He
the
was
music
just
guy.
All
No,
right, so I go to this.
David-
Next to performance is +8. This die here, and then roll it on the table.
Yes.
All right.
I want to give you a hand if you don't fail.
All right. So you manage to draw a few people who like start to look over, and one or two that like actually come over to the stage, but it's not a big crowd.
That's okay. That's all you need is a bite, you know, and then other people will join.
I just want to kind of act out what he's performing, like with exaggerated kind of drunken martial arts movements. I have a little bit of performance skill. A little bit.
You can roll
Right.
to aid another.
Oof, you're a little too drunk.
And that I've already started drinking that, yeah. It looks silly. Little puppet show. They're not buying it.
Okay, so roll another performance check, say, to see how your song goes, how your tale goes.
All right. Give me one moment. I
Let's see how
believe that's
good
the
you do.
performance die.
Ooh, nice, a 20. What instrument do you have again?
I'm trying to see. Give me
'Cause
one moment.
your character here has a lute, but I'm not sure if you have a lute.
I was supposed to grab one, but I think you guys told me not to worry about that when I was. So let me just. So if I don't have one, then I'll just start telling stories and singing, I guess.
No, you're supposed to have one.
Yeah, so just pick whatever instrument you want. It doesn't.
I'll have a lute.
Okay. So you start strumming.
I start strumming, yes, and start singing merrily and yes.
Yeah, maybe that'll give us a advantage whenever we speak to people if they like his music. All right, so Dragos, go and do your thing.
Yeah. So say as he performs, um, he starts to, you know, strum more dramatically as the story reaches, its peaks. And as he does so, several of the patrons, like, start to clap and even throw some coins on the stage.
Nice. I come back into the main room with like a bag of rations. I'm like, oh, what's going on? Say's up there performing. How much do rations cost? I believe it's one gold for 10 rations, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna buy rations for everybody. I bought a bag. I have like a huge bag on my shoulder, and it's 50 rations. So I'm gonna give 10 to everybody whenever we meet up. So I spent 5 gold.
I look over and wink at Dragos, telling him to go and or signaling for him to go and ask his questions.
So I'm going to look for some of the people I recognize from before, and just go sort of wander up and start making small talk about the situation with the farmers nearby.
Yeah. Bloody business. Lords versus peasants. We adventurers try to stay out of that.
Always bad news, certainly. What's been the fighting? What's been the cause? You know?
What's always the cause? Money, freedom, land, you know, past transgressions.
I want to
Well,
ask, are there
What can you,
any?
what can you tell me about the Lord and Lady Lord Maximus and Lady Belladonna?
Maxius is a bit of a hard ass, but a capable ruler who has kept this land free of invasion for, you know, most of his life.
Hmm. And he just this is outside but he's the like leader of this section of the border kingdoms.
Yes.
Okay. Um, and do you know if anyone is leading these Freedom Force people? Is there one leader or is it a group?
It's hard to find out much about them. They keep pretty secretive.
I understand.
And I'm still
do,
performing at this point, so I can't go over there. Or
Um,
it would end the performance if I went over there.
Correct.
Okay, I'll stay over here then.
I say to these people that we're talking to, so I know you say that you don't know much information or they're hard to gather information on, but do you know anybody around here who keeps a ear to the ground? Anybody that might know any information?
As I said, we adventurers try to stay out of the business of lords and, you know, all of that because that's an easy way to get yourself in more trouble than is worth.
Yeah, maybe it would be smart to do that.
well, I
Well,
appreciate the help. I'm gonna go look around a little bit more. I'm gonna go find the gentleman, the guy who was sort of showed us around last time.
Okay.
And I'm just asking in town if he's aware of anyone in town who might have interaction with the Freedom Force people, or is a friend known to be a friend of the small people.
Nobody would dare interact with those rebels. That'd be a death sentence if you were found to be collaborating with rebels.
yeah, so we're like the only people even trying to deal with this situation. Like no adventurers ever want to take this job.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sucks. All right.
that's greater glory for us then. Fuck them.
If it goes well, I say to Dragos. If it doesn't go well, then the
If
opposite
it,
of
if it
glorious.
doesn't go well, we'll get to see the North sooner, and it's all fine.
I don't know if I'm ready to go back home, but okay,
Hey, I
let's do
still
this.
want to see Carpathia.
Yeah, I've never been there.
Anyway, well, we can go visit my dad then. That's fun. Um,
I don't know, Dragos. There doesn't seem like there's much any lead. What should
well,
we do?
no, I'm still fairly confident the farmer's a good lead tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. He'll probably give us information, especially if we help him with his field in the morning. He'll
Yeah.
he'll probably help us. All right. Well, I don't drink, so I mean, I'll stay listening to Say's ballad, and every time he like says cool stuff about us, I like shout like I'm like, yeah, I was there. Like whenever he was talking about like the dragon that we slayed.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
sure I'm
gonna
sh-
you're gonna
I'm
hype
sure
man them.
you're yeah I'm sure you're
Uh,
having it up a little bit, saying that they were like 3 adult dragons or whatever.
it,
All
Well,
I
I,
said was Dragon Conqueror, so they don't know anything about.
So
I
is the
was
woman
doing
we
what the
spoke
rap
to
guys do
last
in the
time
back.
there?
And when they
what
have
were you
those
saying?
other guys on stage with them,
Yeah, the dancers. You're just a backup dancer.
they have one arm backup. They don't show the other arm at all. So just waving around, getting
Is
drunk.
is the woman that we spoke to last time there with the
No,
dead guy?
no.
Oh, they might have left early.
Actually, so I want to ask. I'll ask the guy one more question. We were attacked by a group of bandits outside the city, and they had a gem belonging to Lord Maximus and Lady Belladonna. Any idea of who they might have robbed or how they came into possession of that? Is there any rumor or stories of people being robbed?
Well, people are always being accosted on the roads. You know, banditry is the norm for people who are hungry.
All right. Well, but there's no specific person. None of Lord Maximus's couriers or anything were robbed specifically.
Oh, I'm sure some of them were.
Okay. There was never a break-in at the palace or anything like that, right? No, no
Not that
rumor.
anyone has reported.
Okay. All right, I'm good then. We can head back to bed or drink or do whatever, but I've got what I wanted to know.
As soon as enough time has passed that we've had a few drinks, I'm gonna shout out to the bar that, hey, 25 gold to whoever can beat this beast from the north, and I'm gonna grab onto his arms.
The beast from the north.
Lock it. Who can beat
And
this
I
beast
start
from the north? Arm wrestling, 25 gold.
and I
I'm in.
start
Arn out.
I start taking off my my gauntlet and I flex my giant arm. I go, all right, I'm down.
and then I
Come
start
on, some
I
of the
go, "Oh,
adventures
this
can
is
match it.
or go ahead."
Yeah, some of these adventures you got. I'm gonna point to them. You've got gold. Come on, one of you can. Your strength.
All right. The first guy steps up.
As he goes by, I go to pat Arn on the back and wish him good luck, and I'm gonna pass him bardic inspiration too on a D6.
Oh yeah, steroids.
And then what is it? As I notice that that's happening, I start switching my tune to something more of a intense, like incoming battle type music to like the mood.
Okay, so before I do this, we're putting 50 gold on the line.
25.
25. I'm
25.
gonna put 25 up, and then somebody will have to match that.
Okay, so should I roll a strength check?
Not you. I'll put the 25 gold up.
Yes.
Strength check. All right, here we go. Is that your roll, 22?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh. All right. Oh.
Easy
All right.
money.
D6, but it's not gonna help.
No,
Oh,
I'm
it's
not gonna use
best of
that.
best of 3. Come on, best of 3.
No,
Best
no,
of
no.
3.
Let's
Then I'm
do it
gonna give.
again. No. I put down 25 gold. I say double or nothing.
Okay, so I lost my gold. I'll take it off. I'm gonna lean over and grab onto Arn and go. You are my number one.
I could do this.
And
I could
bless
do this.
him.
Oh, he rolled an 8. Double or nothing. What a fucking loser. No, I'm kidding. Okay, strength again. Come on.
So you have a D4 you can add. To the strength.
Yes, it doesn't matter. I win.
Now a big half orc comes over and challenges you.
Okay, before we put the gold down,
Track of the gold. Keep track of the gold.
we just won 100 gold, and I high five Logan.
No.
No, you just didn't lose anything.
Oh, okay.
Math
You're right.
is not your
I don't
strong
know.
suit.
We're gonna work on the
And now
math.
this guy, we can take this guy for 100 gold.
This is why I
Okay.
hold the money, I say. But I don't. It's Dragos that holds the money, but I just say that.
All right, guys. I'm smart with my blade, not with my brain. All right.
You gonna put it up, or
So,
I'll put it up. It doesn't matter
How much?
which of us.
How much are we putting up? I say to the half orc.
As much as you want.
I look at Logan. Logan, are you my
Damn,
sponsor?
it's scary. I'll pay 100 gold just because I can make more.
All right.
I'll do that trick later.
Oof. All right. Here we go. I
And you
still have a
haven't used
dice.
the bardic
Yeah.
inspiration yet, so you have a D6 to add on.
Yeah. I'm at it this time. I think.
D6 and D4.
Oh, not necessary. So what happens is we're like arm wrestling and we're right in the middle, and then I kind of like twist my wrist a little bit and I pull him down the final few inches that I needed.
You broke my wrist, you son of a bitch.
And I go, get stronger wrists as I'm flexing my muscles.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry. Let's take this gold. Get out of
And I
here.
get the gold and like,
The
all right,
boys-
time to go home.
I'll throw a heel on the half orc as we're leaving.
He looks at you and nods, and he hands you a amulet out of his bag
To me or to Arn?
to you.
Oh. Well, thank you. Give him a little bow and follow everybody out.
Now, can I interject real quick?
Mm-hmm.
I'm still on the stage performing, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how many people are can hear me or in eye contact with me?
You
Or
can
not
see
eye
us going for the door later, guys.
Like
No,
10.
hold on. We don't have to.
No, I have an idea, but just to liven up some spirits, but I need to know how many people this will actually affect.
Like 10.
And how much does a tankard of ale cost?
A silver.
All right. I go, free drinks for everybody that of those 10 people that can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Drinks for members, remember? I'm gonna shout out to them. It's already
I'm
free.
sorry.
Drinks are already free for the members.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize. I didn't say that
You
then.
milked us of 100 gold when we got in here.
Yeah.
I didn't say that then. Never mind. I'm just gonna shut up now. I didn't realize.
Well,
This is the first time
I'll
I've been
give them
in.
one of the cups of ale that I have. I have like 4 or 5 of them in my hand.
Good intention, though. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's a nice thought, but
Whatever, I
They'll
tried.
remember
Out
us.
of character, whatever, I tried.
Remember the brothers of the Tusk. Tusk. Yeah, I'm gonna
We'll try it
my
at
one
the
hand.
non-adventurers league bar.
so we're gonna head back to the house and get some sleep. But before we do, I'm gonna cast detect magic on the amulet just to see if it's anything unique like that.
Amulet of Protection +1 AC.
Dang, that could give you an awesome gift.
Oh, beautiful.
He didn't need it, and you did him a kindness.
What a
I
good
could
guy.
use it. I'm pretty weak when it comes to armor, so I'm. Arn, how desperate are you? Arn, you don't need it, do you?
What's up? The +1?
Yeah.
No, you can have that one.
Thanks.
I have a
I
16.
have
What's
20.
Electro have?
I have 21 AC, so I mean that's really high for my level. But you guys can give that to whoever you think needs it.
I could use it.
Yeah.
I've got a
Yeah.
14, so
Yeah,
Oh,
give
yeah,
it to
that-
Dragos.
Ooh, for 14? Yeah, I think you
Yeah,
should.
you definitely need it. Need all the luck you can get, man.
Alright, I'm looking for it right now.
What is it, an ambulance?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We gotta start doing more nice things for people.
That's what I was trying to do with the drinks.
Gotta do nice things for people that aren't adventurers.
I didn't realize it was free drinks. This was my first time in here. Okay.
That's all right. It makes it more fun. You learned the hard way.
Yeah. All right. So I said that, and then it got instantly deflated. Okay. Never mind.
It's all right. We got you back. I'm gonna keep my eyes open on the way back for the night. If there's any, I'm actually looking for any trash made of metal. Anything I can pick up along the way? Discarded sword, a broken shield.
well,
Never know. I've become a can collector now.
yeah, let's get some sleep and we'll roll out in the morning.
Okay, so what was the total amount of gold you got there, Ari?
So the first one
Yeah,
we
did you
broke
make?
even, and the second one we won 100.
Okay, so I'll just.
Didn't somebody throw gold on the stage or throw money on the stage when I was performing too?
Yes.
How much
Somebody
would he have
remember?
gotten? Can you maybe roll a d4 and see how much you got?
Oh, I can tell you how much you got.
What's the money?
You got 32 pieces of gold in total.
Dang, good tippers.
Yeah. Free
All
drinks
right.
will
So
do.
let me add that. Nice. Let me add that to the sheet real quick. Okay, where's the gold on the sheet? Here we are.
In your inventory?
You said 34 gold, right?
Yes.
32.
32.
32, yeah, I'm sorry.
All right, so 332, so that's 382.
364.
Huh?
364.
I had dang it, now I can't see what I had.
332, you said.
332, and then plus
32
Oh, okay,
is
okay.
364.
Okay, 364. Sorry, I can do math. All right, there we go.
So while we're walking back, I'll bring up that I think it's interesting that this jewel was stolen, the heart of the ocean. Because if there was no break-in at the cat palace, it means it was outside the palace for some reason.
Yeah, and she did seem to treat it like it was precious to her, not just something worth monetary value, so it seems odd that she would just let it go somewhere.
Yeah, and she gave the Maximus a look when she got it back.
Could he be a part of the scheme that gave away the heart of the ocean?
Possibly, or at least put it in a position where it could get stolen. It could have been part of a bribe. There are efforts to destabilize New Anglia with a pretender to the throne there. It could have been part of that. Anyway,
Maybe
something
we
to
can
think
find out more from the freedom people.
Yeah, they might know. Anyway, let's
get going. I wanna go to the farm. Let's go see if we can
Yeah.
help this guy.
so let's sleep for the night, grab Tusky, and head to the farm.
All right.
That sounds good to me.
Oh, and by the way, everybody put 10 rations on your rations in your inventory because I bought some for everybody.
How do I do that?
Just
You
add
just-
it in your inventory.
All right, let's see that. Hold on. Rations. Oh, I got to go to the actual inventory sheet. Okay, I'll do that while you switching maps or something.
Ration.
If I can find the actual inventory items.
So as you guys arrive at the farmhouse, you find it dilapidated. It's got a roof made out of straw with obvious holes in it. And the field looks as though it hasn't been tilled in, years.
You got Tusky with us, right?
Hmm.
Haven't seen him in a while.
So Logan, you want to work on the plow, and how about the rest of us? We'll offer to sort of put some work into the house.
Looking at this place, I think he was full of shit. I mean, this farm doesn't look like anybody's been farming.
Well, let's before we start doing work on this guy's farm, maybe we should ask him like what's going on.
My son's got called away to war, and ever since then I've been on my own, and it's been real hard.
And the Lord is not exactly the most forgiving man on earth.
Lord Maxius is a very hard-nosed fella.
I can see how it could make people feel desperate and overwhelmed with their backs against the wall like this. But we're here to help. Our friend Logan here is happy to repair your plow, and we'll put our elephant to work for a bit and get your field plowed this morning. And the rest of us are happy to work on your house to get the roof patched up some for you, and any other odd tasks you might have around the property.
Well, the well has been unusable ever since the bucket rotted away.
All right.
I can get you a new bucket. I mean,
Why don't you work on the house? I'll go get him a bucket. I assume
All
I
right.
can just run into the farmer part of the village and buy a bucket for something.
Yeah, I mean, a bucket's so negligible.
Yeah, I'll go buy him a quick bucket while you guys work on the house, and Logan get the Electo help out getting Tusky to do the plowing.
Yeah, I need about an hour, but I'll need some metal to work with to recast the actual plow.
All right. What do you need? Here.
Does this dude have like
Anything
old
with
farm tools maybe that you can just repurpose?
any metal, doesn't matter what they're in,
No, he
as long
doesn't.
as they're roughly the same weight and value.
He doesn't have much.
Logan, come to the provision with me, and just tell me what you need. I'll buy it at the provision when I get the bucket.
Well, if it comes down to it, I can use a few gold coins. I'm just trying to figure out what it would be worth. There's some reason the spell's based on gold value abilities, so I was going to be worth what, 1 gold piece of materials?
A plow is probably 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, so he's got a bigger plow.
That's
Kinda
fine.
odd.
I'll cover the 10 gold pieces.
But even if you have, forget it. I can just use coins and I'll use them to the overall forge. Just melt the coins and he's going to have a nice gold patch
Go for it.
in an hour.
Just so you know, sometimes when you talk quietly, you kind of break up a little bit.
Pick up a bit? Yeah, I've been having some problems with the mic.
So, but let's get this thing going.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just get this thing going.
So
So
yeah,
I'll-
as you patch the plow, it does indeed take on a golden, patchwork, and is now an enviable plow. Hooking Tusky up, you get the field plowed rather quickly.
Yeah, because I used the actual value of the original one and then just add a few coins, so it actually improved upon the original
Nice.
design.
And I'll return with a bucket. Here's your bucket. You.
Oh, thank you. And he, immediately goes and gets some water and starts to water his old horse.
Old horse.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna sort of walk by and say, have you heard anything about revolt or fighting with some of the farmers taking up arms? We've rumor of people fighting against the Lord. Do you know anything about it?
I don't want no trouble. I don't get involved in none of that.
We would never involve you. We're just trying to find who we might look for. I don't want to put you at risk. Your name will never come up. Can I roll a persuasion on him?
Yeah.
Yeah, sir. We're here to help. I mean, we don't mean you any harm.
I know a couple of the young folk who wouldn't be drafted into war ran off. I don't know where they went.
Do you know what farms they came from?
Please trust us. We're just trying to smooth things out. We don't want to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
They came from some of the empty farm buildings around here.
But no parents around or anything?
Like I said, I keep my nose out of all of that.
So, all right. Well, let's go. Which farm? Do you know which farms are empty around here? Where they might have come from?
Well, as you can see, some of these houses are quite abandoned.
All right. So let's start poking around the area.
It's strange that the lords would let the crops go like this, even if the farmers were rebelling, wasting food that even the lords need to eat and eat their riches.
Yeah.
This is not a good sign.
I guess they took them all for war. Is that why the farms are empty?
Or all the farmers have revolted and now nobody's farming, and now he's upset because there are few farmers left.
Anyway, yeah, I mean, it's got to be a mix of that. Farmers couldn't make their taxes and are arrested anyway. the land not being worked is a bad sign. But let's start looking north. Start taking some of the go to some of the empty farms and check for any signs of people having been here recently, missing, anything of value gone, or see if we can find any sign of life where people might have gone. Also, I'm going to have my hawk take off and look around to see if we can find an encampment anywhere nearby.
Okay.
That's a good idea. While your hawk is flying in the air, I'm sitting on Tusky and I'm like hugging him with like my arms like around his back, and I'm like, Tusky, we miss you, man. You've been gone for a long time. It's been like a week since we've been out of town. It feels good to travel again. Don't you guys agree?
He looks like he put on weight.
Who looks like he put on weight? Tusky?
Yeah, it looks like he put on weight.
He's been a bit underworked. He's just been chilling in a cabana with some hay, just eating hay.
I'm just
he hasn't
glad to be
walked
out of
for a
the
long
town.
time.
So you guys are investigating the empty houses?
So what we're doing is we're going north, just using the hawk to see if we can find encampments. And every time we see an empty farm on the way, we arrive and we're trying to get some information for maybe.
Yeah, we're investigating empty farms, looking for signs of where people might have gone or any hints of anything.
I'll take a look
footprints.
around, look for clues. I have pretty good survival, so I can look for tracks.
Well,
Yeah,
you're
look for
gonna
the
you're
tracks.
gonna have to roll investigation to look for clues inside the farmhouse, and then survival to look for tracks if you're like on the right track.
Yeah, I'm only good
Okay.
outside.
So
Someone else.
Electric can do the investigation for us, since he could.
would you say so have we found a farm?
Yes.
Okay, so Electo first, roll investigation, 23, nice.
Electo, you find a note written, Dearest Margaret, I regret that I was unable to give you the life that you deserve. I go now to seek revenge on those who have taken that opportunity from me. Please find someone new and live the best life you can. I will fight and die to revenge the life that I was unable to give you.
Isn't that a Brian Adams lyric? Just kidding.
And I say, take a look at this, and show
I'm
everyone the
outside.
note.
What
Well-
was the name again?
Margaret.
And as you open the back room, you find Margaret hanging from the rafters.
Oh.
Oof.
So
Uh-oh.
that's a dead lead.
What'd you guys find in there? I'm out here looking for
A dead lead.
find in there.
There's a body. There's a woman.
This town is a fucking bummer.
I now that we've seen this, I look at Drago and say, Drago, so I think there's something going on in this town. People are not happy. There are children children they can't feed themselves, farmers who can't even farm their own fields. The only people that are actually making money are the adventurers who come in. None of the citizens seem healthy.
This farm town is pretty boned up. We're outside the town, though. The town isn't unhealthy.
Yeah, but I don't know.
We were at other farms earlier that function on the other side of town.
That's
It seems
true.
to me this area is more specifically worse off.
Yeah, the north.
Even the town was pretty bad. I mean, a couple days ago, there's this kid bothering me about his cow. The town's falling apart too.
Well, yeah, but there were other farmers there who were fine. That kid was special.
What do you mean? Did you guys see that kid? Oh, he was like, "Oh my cow, boo hoo hoo," and I was like, "What do you want me to do?"
Yeah, we.
Let's bury this poor girl and keep looking.
Yeah, I'll bury her. I'll spend like half an hour. We'll take a short rest here, and I'll dig up a hole, and then we'll put her down.
As you're burying her, a couple of peasants travel past on the road and ask what you're doing.
Uh-oh.
I show them the note.
I'll come up. We found this poor girl's body, and we're giving it peace in the next life. Hopefully, she'll find some happiness there that she didn't find in this life. Did you know anyone who lived at this farm?
Oh, that was the McGrady's. They were a young couple who came out here in this parcel of land to try and make a living.
Do you know what happened to the husband?
He got called away to war.
Do you know? But did he? Do you know if he went actually, or if he just something else came up?
He didn't send us an email, so
Fair enough. Have you? I assume these peasants are local. Have you heard about any unrest? We're upset about the state of things here. We're hoping we can help. Where have all the people gone? There's so many empty farms.
They are hiding out in the woods.
Could we meet them? I'd like to talk to them and see if we could provide some help.
We stay away from those rebels. We want to keep our necks out of the noose.
But where could I wouldn't ever tell them how we found them. But if you could point us in the right direction, I would be eternally grateful.
I, I, I'm gonna step up too, and I'm gonna say my friend uses very large words. I want to tell you that we really do not want to get you involved. We're travelers, and we have helped people in the past, and we're trying to solve the situation of this town.
Well, we're going to be on our way because we want no part of whatever trouble you're about to get into.
Oh, well.
Please, I will gladly use any information you give me.
If you want to keep your necks out of the noose, get out of this town.
Can I try a persuasion check to see if they'll help us out?
They seem not very.
You can try, but it's not going to be easy.
Another 20? Well, another 10. It's pretty good, though, 20.
Unfortunately, they just are not willing to risk their lives.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Sorry, go ahead, Electo.
Oh no, it's okay. I was gonna say I wait until they've walked away. So if you're gonna say something to them, go ahead and say it.
I was just saying thank you very much, and
okay.
I hope.
So
Go ahead.
I wait until they're out of earshot, and then I say, "You notice what he said? That they want to keep their necks out of the noose." And then I point toward the inside of the house where we found the lady hanging.
Ooh.
I think her husband probably is a rebel.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. That's a good bet. Let's keep looking. Let's keep foraging. Can I try a survival check?
Yeah, if you guys want to look, but these rebels are not like coming and going from this area, so it's not like they're leaving trails.
Okay. Well,
let's just keep going north and using the hawk to see if we can find any locations. I'm sure the hawk has really great vision.
Yep.
Let's just keep traveling. Maybe another day, and I'm not sure exactly how far they are out in the woods, but I mean, we can just keep trying to find them. I mean, we have nothing else to do right now.
Friends, if I may interject.
Go ahead.
I think I might have thought of something. We might be able to use deception to our advantage here. Maybe if we go around saying that one of us is a little bit harder off because of the rules that have been imposed by the royalty, maybe they'll come looking for us.
You mean
like the
the fighters? Yeah.
Yes. Maybe if we spread rumors around the nearby locations or anything like that, maybe they'll come looking for us instead.
Yeah, we can try. I assume there's not is there an inn out here?
There is one crossroad way station. It's not an inn. It's more like a pub that serves food to weary travelers, and then it's got a barn that sometimes people bed down in.
All right. So here's my thought: is let's split up a little bit. Say you can go in first and complain, be disgruntled and complain a little bit. I'll come in a little bit later and more talk up about how things are going, and we'll see if we'll come up with anything. Electo, stay with Tusky. Arn and Logan, you guys go in and together and just keep an ear out and see if anyone try and make friends, listen into people's conversation. We'll see if we can come up with anything.
All right, me and Logan will go. We can go sit at the bar, Logan, and just kind of hatch up a conversation and see if anybody hears us talking about maybe our farm or something, or maybe we can talk about something difficult. That's
Actually, I want to go.
because of the
They
taxes
do
or
that.
something.
You guys talk about being adventurers because they're going to think it's weird if you two own a farm together.
We can say like we're adventurers and like they were like imposing taxes on us, and we think that's ridiculous.
That's fine. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
going
want to go look for. I want to go look for a large barrel anyway, so we can go meet with like people who sell farming implements and.
Is there anybody outside where nobody can see them, or where the people inside can't see them? I couldn't hear.
Probably me, because I'm staying with our friendly elephant.
All right, well, here I have an idea. I'm going to give you all my gold and weapons, and I'm just going to go in with nothing but with nothing on me.
Okay. Sounds
Okay,
like a
so
plan.
What's the plan? Are you gonna go in there and say that they took your stuff?
no, I'm going to go in there pretty much saying that I'm. This is in character. I'm going to go in there pretty much saying that they've taken everything from me, my farm, my land, and all my belongings. I literally I have nothing more. And
Okay,
then
so that sounds good. So me and Logan are gonna be sitting at the bar, and then we'll be talking about it. So we're trying to play. We're trying to set up like a little stage operation, right? We're just trying to fake like we are tired of the rules being imposed, and then
Somebody's got to
maybe
get those
somebody.
crops. There's no food to eat.
Yeah. So we walk in, me and Logan. We're sitting at the bar. We order a drink to the bartender. I say, 2 drinks, please. And we're sitting down, and I start a conversation with you, and I say, man, it's really tough how they started taxing even adventurers in the town, isn't it?
Yeah, we all pay too much. And how is anybody supposed to live here? You're forced to live outside in the farms. The farms are all dilapidated.
Yeah, and that fucking
People are
lord is an asshole.
got no crops. And no crops. Someone should be helping them get those seeds in the ground and protect their crop. When they have them, they probably lose them.
And to punish us for not being able to raise our farms, they send us to war or send us to jail. This is ridiculous.
And then after that, as they're having a conversation, I walk in, basically um, saying not very loudly, but loud enough to where people can hear, damn that nobility. They took everything from me, my farm, my land, every possession I own besides the clothes on my back. Damn it.
I'm surprised they didn't send you to the war, I say.
No, they just took literally everything
Yeah,
from
you know
me.
what? I'm going to take off the prosthetic arm underneath the poncho and then show it to Dragos, the stump, shark chewed off stump, and be like, yes, we've all lost much to these lords. And fully at the people, hope they're not looking at me.
Good idea.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my friend. Does anybody hear us? Maybe does the bartender say anything, or anybody come up to us? If not, I mean, we tried, but we'll see how things go. Can we
Throw
maybe
back the poncho and show the stump around.
can we
At
maybe
least
roll a
we
performance check?
can.
Would that help?
No, you're gonna roll deception with advantage.
Ooh. So
All of
who
us?
would roll it?
Well, one of you
Let
can.
me see.
One of you can roll.
Deception.
One of you can roll.
I will.
Here, let me.
Oh, I don't mind.
Hold up. Let Dragos roll, and then maybe Say can assist.
There we go.
You already get advantage, so there's.
Oh, okay. So 16.
no.
I mean, 16 is
So-
fine.
You don't seem to gather any attention
that's
while you're there.
Man, the farmer we helped didn't want to give us any information. Nobody in this bar is even listening to us.
Oh well, let's
In this
go,
pub.
brothers. We'll find a place to rest before they come for us.
As you leave the bar, a young woman comes up to you and says, "Do you really want to get back at the lords?"
I look at Dragos.
Yeah,
Who is he talking
absolutely.
to?
We want
For all
to
of us.
find out what's going on.
Wait, but before we do, out of character, do we want to lie to these people and tell them that? Because I assume that they would be very upset if they find out that we are working with the Lord.
Well,
So
I mean, we're not getting any. We got to find them somehow. So we got to, and we're not telling anybody we're working for the Lord.
Okay,
His
we're
name is
going
kept
to
out of it.
Okay, so our alibi is going to be that we are adventurers. Like I
We're,
mean,
we're going to try and find a peaceable solution.
got it. Sounds good. All right, I just wanted to do that out of character, just make state our plan. Sounds good to me. Nobody
Yeah.
mentioned that we're
Well-
working as a job.
I think neither side would be happy to have the Lord's name involved. So Lord Maximus' name involved.
Okay, so the lady comes up to us and I say, I think it's about time that they learn a lesson. Don't you agree?
Indeed.
I heard that there were other people that were feeling the same way as us.
Yes, and if you want to help, we can work together.
We, as in you and us, or
The Freedom Force.
the Freedom Force, I say. Are they? I've heard of them. I look at my partners. Aren't they Aren't they farmers and peasants from the town?
They may just be farmers and peasants, but some of them are ex-soldiers. We have been able to waylay several of Maxius's caravans and disrupt his supply chain.
We would love to meet with your people. How do we do that? Where do we go?
Yeah, that sounds like a great effort.
I'm sorry, guys. Give me a second.
It's okay.
Yeah, no worries.
I look at Dragos and I wink, and I look at Logan and I wink.
Concern is, how do you separate a freedom fighter from a rebel? We've had experience with caravans before being looted by bandits. I mean, despite what their intention may be, that
We
sounds
have
like
to understand
banditry.
the need first. We have to understand like what's driving it, or there are a lot of different options, but we have to understand what the situation is first.
Yeah, and out of character, I want to say if we find out that this dude is being like a complete like tyrant and like really messing things up, it's gonna be kind of hard to. I mean, I don't know. I know for you want to get favor with the lords and the ladies, but I came out to do good and not to hurt people. So
Are you talking about me?
for everybody, everybody who like, well, I know Dragos wanted to.
You don't want
and,
to suppress the people.
I mean, but
You don't want to suppress them. They need law and order, though. They're not.
we're in an interesting moral dilemma because he's a bad person potentially, or maybe we don't even really know.
yeah,
but-
but we can use some of his connections for our gain, and our gain is good. I mean,
Well,
and our gain is to help other
He's
people.
kept peace in the area for his lifetime,
I
which
mean,
is not something the border kingdoms have had much of. They've usually been fallen into infighting every few years. So
yeah, I guess he's kept peace, but I mean, these dudes like
the question is, what is the bigger game? There are a few different plot lines here. What's the bigger game? Like what's he involved in New Anglia? What's his
Yeah.
long goal? Why was that gem outside? And like who's running? Because it's possible we're assuming freedom fighters, but they might be being manipulated by somebody who's just trying to destabilize the border kingdoms. Because if Lord Maximus falls, theoretically the whole area goes.
yeah, Maxius. Well, that, but also I mean, we could also get there, and then we need to have an open mind. If they tell us that like for years, they've been taking our children and like taking them, sending them to war, and not giving us any like they take our money and they don't give us any like benefits, or we need to like hear them out. I don't want to just use them for our, lie to them and use them for gain. It feels really dirty to me.
Well, again, we have to find out the situation before we start picking sides.
So she does give you guys a little hand-drawn map of where to go to meet them.
I say thank you. My name is Arn. What is your name?
I choose not to give that at this time.
Thank you, mysterious lady. And I nod to her.
All right, let's head out. It's night right now, right?
We can head off.
Yes.
Should we stay and rest here, or should we go at nighttime?
Well, let's go back to Tusky. And we'll rest there.
That's true.
Depends on what the location is. If it's an old abandoned farm, we can go there now.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
in the
that's
middle.
what I was to say. We look at the map. Is the X, like, or wherever we're supposed to go? Is it very far, DM?
Not very far.
How fast do you think we could get there on elephant back?
Like 3 hours.
Oh, do you guys want to go now?
No, let's
No.
rest up. I don't want to risk being exhausted.
Okay. Let's go back to Tusky where Electo is, and we
I
can
take back all my
set up.
weapons and stuff from Electo.
Sounds good. So we're gonna set up our tents and stuff, and we're just gonna go to sleep and then wake up early in the morning to head out.
And I'll set my hawk to my imp to watch over us and keep guard.
I want to pick up a large barrel before we go.
Oh yeah.
We
Go
could
ahead.
sleep in Lehman's hut.
Nah, you guys stink. I'm gonna sleep in my tent.
Okay.
And since
that spell?
Yeah, but I mean, if I rest, I'll get it back.
No. That's awesome. Use that. That spell's fantastic.
Yeah, I took
Yeah,
Lehman's
can you make
tiny
the little
hut.
rope trick?
Not yet.
Yeah, well, so I can do the rope trick too, but Lehman's is better.
Yeah, Lehman's way better.
Yeah.
Can't they just climb the rope?
No.
Oh, you pull it with you when you go in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's only for an hour, so it's not.
Oh, yeah.
But Lehman's is 8 hours.
Way better.
Okay, sure.
I have that, and I have Dispel Magic.
Okay, go ahead and hut up, I guess. Make your hut.
Yeah, and then we'll just put the familiar outside to keep watch.
And then are we sleeping?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna sleep tonight.
All right. Well, then I start strumming on my lute a lullaby type music to lull everyone to sleep.
You play like 3 notes, and then Arn is already snoring.
In an hour since I've had a brewer's kit since the beginning, I'm going to waste it and use it. See if I can make something in the barrel that I got.
What are you trying to make?
Alcohol.
Brewing takes a long time.
Yeah, I
That's
don't know
why I'm
if you
setting it up now. I'll spend an hour setting it up.
Okay.
Yeah, it does take a long time. That's why I'm going to do the actual work part and then be sitting in the barrel for a period of time.
Yeah.
You're trying to make your own supply.
So as you guys As you guys rest, you have a chance to discuss strategy.
Yeah. So I mean, before we would have went to bed. Yeah. So just to double check, in case we don't say anything like on accident while we're in there, all of us, we need to be on the same plan. We're adventurers. Go ahead.
Okay, so my one thought about, because we don't totally know what side is what, but if my suspicion is correct and that this lady did not actually commit suicide, the lady that we found, that pushes us toward wanting to help the commoners, because, killing an innocent lady because her husband is fighting you is not, just.
Yeah.
But wait, did they kill her or did she commit suicide?
That's just my hunch. So the peasants that passed us twice said that if we want to keep our neck out of the noose, we will stay away from the freedom fighters. And this
Freedom
lady,
forces.
Freedom Forces. And this
Right, I
lady,
got you. He went to fight, and they came and got her as punishment.
yes, and this lady was hanging from
Yeah,
the
maybe they
rafters.
found the note as well. You
Okay.
know?
Or not even necessarily. They this small area. They may just know,
Who
the people.
leaves? Yeah.
To
Yeah,
do
they
that
may just
rather than just
know
murder her
this
outright.
guy
You can-
is so and so McGrady, and he lives at this farm. So that is my suspicion.
I'm of the opinion that the most important thing is we not mention our relationship with the Lord or Lady.
Yeah, never. You're right.
Yeah.
I already forgot about the Fiona. I've been drinking.
I think the other thought is that we've laid it out that we've been taxed and all that, so we can focus up on that. That it's been an unfair situation, and we've seen the suffering. But then when they call to violence, that's where we have to think about sort of cooler heads prevailing. We have to we have to find a solution that gets them what they want without them raising arms against the Lord.
Yeah, it should. I think this isn't going to be more than a one session mission. I think this is going to be something we have to figure out.
Where was that dungeon again?
Well, and we have to
Let
make
them
sure the
fight it
Lord
out.
isn't raising up arms against them either.
Yeah.
Well, he's already got an army marching somewhere. That's I'm not so worried about that. I'm just more worried that they're going to want us to prove we're loyal, and obviously we don't want to attack the Lord's
It would be bad.
That's not going to help us out long run.
I know.
We just got to be careful. We just got.
They're gonna be like, "Oh, good thing you're here tonight. We're gonna attack another shipment or something," and we're like, "Fuck! All right, here we go."
They're.
I mean, if we have to play
Find
the
out who's
game a little
leading
bit,
them.
I mean, we'll see.
We'll have to find out who's leading them.
Yeah,
They're-
so that's the plan.
the
We're
question.
gonna cast the hut, fall asleep, and then head over there in the morning and tell them that a lady with what kind of hair did this lady have that we saw?
Red.
Okay, the lady with red hair gave us this note and told us to come to you if we were looking to join the Freedom Forces. So let's do that. Let's head to bed.
Before you can see them, suddenly you guys find yourselves surrounded by men with short bows and crude swords, and they say to stop where you are.
We
I want
stop.
to go and hide in the shadows.
So before we set the tent and everything.
No,
I guess while
you
we're
guys have rested
hanging out.
while you're heading towards the.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to
Okay.
roll around behind a tree.
Oh, go for it. Try to hide. See if they don't see you.
Yep.
Oof. All right.
You there behind the tree, you step out too.
That
All
drunken
right.
stumble. What?
Good morning, fine fellows. How are you this fine day?
We'll be asking the questions here.
Of course, of course.
It seems that one of our groups was attacked by men with an elephant. I can't help but notice that you're men with an elephant.
I'm sorry. Who was? What do you mean attacked? We've done no such thing.
Well, there were elephant tracks all around the encampment.
Wait, do these people look like bandits?
I
Wait,
mean,
elephant. That doesn't make sense because our elephant was locked up.
Describe the difference between a bandit and a freedom fighter.
Well, I don't know.
He wasn't with us with the.
It can't be that group because Tusky wasn't
No.
there.
Well, it can't be us at all
with
because
the
Tusky
other
was.
group.
Oh, Tusky wasn't there? Oh, I'm sorry. Am I forgetting that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tusky
never
was.
mind.
Was-
Then they have no
before.
way of knowing that it's you, and they simply want to question who you are and why you're here.
Cool, perfect.
Yeah, we had Tusky stabled in the town.
Look,
Still,
we have an
when we
elephant.
went out there.
Yeah, I mean, if it was us, then there would have been elephant foot tracks. Am I right? I mean,
Yeah, no, they're not going that route. That was.
We've seen the hardship in the land and the poor treatment of the farmers and small folk, and it's broken our hearts, and we're trying to figure out if we can provide aid or be of use and lend our services to these fine poor
Well,
people.
you'll have to talk to Big John.
Of course, we'd be that would be our pleasure.
So they take you back to the camp and
There
sit
isn't a little John we could meet.
and sit
Dude from that town that got wiped out, right?
and sitting in front of a fire is a large man. He is surrounded by, the rest of his crew. He's eating some roast pheasant, and he looks over and sees you guys approaching and stands up. This man is toweringly tall, bigger even than Arn.
Oh, he's like 7 feet tall, and I'm like 6'5", 6'6".
He
He's
says,
tall.
"Welcome to our little hideout. This'll either be the first or the last time you see it."
So now that we're in here, do they look similar to the people that we took the cow from?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they're the same people.
No, luckily. Oh wait, we didn't even kill them all.
No, we. Oh god. All right, here we go.
Good evening, you Big John. Was it?
Yes.
I
Little
am
John, right?
Dragos. This is Electo, Arn, Logan, and Say. We've been wandering the countryside, and we're heartbroken and crestfallen at the hard times that have befallen the small folk of this region. It breaks our heart to see such pain. We're hoping that maybe we can lend a hand and provide support to these poor people. Is there any way we could be of help?
Yeah, you can join up.
Of course. And you said you're the Freedom Force?
We're the Freedom Force, here to free the land from Lord Maxius's tyrannical rule.
And so you
Is
were
it
all
just Lord
from this
Maxius?
area, or?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear both of you.
Well, I asked if are you all farmers from this area then?
We are all men of the border kingdoms, betrodden by Lord Maxius's ways.
Yeah,
Of
guys.
course, we
Arn.
understand it's hard out here with the war going on and the young men being sent off to fight. These are hard and desperate times. It is good to find people willing to stand up for the small folk such as yourself. Um, how long have you guys been out here fighting him?
A year.
Wow, that's an amazing effort to stay out here a year. And were you yourself a farmer before this started, or were you a soldier in his army?
I was a soldier.
I have to say,
Who are the army? Look at this.
serving in the army is always hard. Were you at the front lines? Or were you?
I was one of his lieutenants, and the orders that we got were not to my liking.
What
Can
were
you,
the
The
orders?
brute squad. He's on the brute.
I was ordered to go and burn down a village.
that is a horrible thing.
A village in the Border Kingdoms.
On the border of New Eglia.
I look at I look at my friends and I'm like, I knew it. I knew this dude was not up to no good.
Well, I mean, burning villages of your enemies is,
Yeah, but burning
That's a
village.
time-honored tradition.
I just
Um,
have one question. I have one question I want to ask. One question.
Ask him.
What is the end game? Who must die for this to end? If we could.
Nobody has to die, but Lord Maxius must step down.
What else does Lord
It's
Maximus
good.
do to oppress the people of his nation?
Overtaxation, imprisonment for minor offenses, hangings, forced conscription.
A tyrant, it sounds like.
A tyrant through and through.
Ah,
How did he gain his position? Is it wealth? Is it family? Is he military?
is he just
he
married to Lady Bellatana?
yeah, he married Lady Belladonna and became the lord of this town some 35 years ago.
Was Lady
Oh wow.
Belladonna's father the lord before him?
Yes.
Okay, I see.
So have you guys considered forming an opposing political party and challenging his office?
Yeah, that's not how this works.
Yeah, this is a king, man.
This is Lord Maxium. Maxius.
Maxius.
Lord.
Sorry, Maxius.
There's no vote. There's no vote coming up.
Well, your guys' plan is just to disrupt his supply chains in order for him to lose pace in the war? Or are you guys hoping that he ends up being overthrown by a rival government? What is your guys' plan? I'm
If he
interested.
loses his armies, he loses much of his power.
Obviously, a very interesting plan. Are you concerned though that if he loses his army, this water run will fall into chaos and it will be a period of violence like before his reign, where petty kings came and went, one army after another. For all of his faults, he has brought stability to the region.
Sometimes the fire must burn away the old growth for new growth to grow.
Of course, that's a very fine point.
And I do want to make a point that fear is not stability. Keeping your people in a constant state of fear doesn't seem like freedom to me.
They're not
Who
free.
do you guys think will fill the vacuum if we
They're serfs, man.
remove him?
Freedom's not really a thing.
Yeah, if we remove him, who's going to fill the vacuum that he leaves?
Yeah, it's not so simple.
What about Lady Belladonna? What are your guys' opinions on her?
Lady Belladonna is a good woman.
I have a question. Do you know what the heart of the ocean is?
Who doesn't?
We're not from here. Can you fill us in? I'm sorry.
It is the royal jewels of Lady Belladonna's family.
I had heard they were stolen recently. Is that true?
I don't know that I can trust you.
How can we
Of
allow
course.
you to trust
I'm
us?
sorry. I didn't mean to overstep. Can I offer a persuasion check?
You can try. It's going to be really difficult.
You should give You should give him one of your bardic inspirations. Maybe
True.
he can add something to his role.
Add a banana.
Add a banana.
Is it a D8 or D6?
D8.
It's a D8.
So
He says, Lady Belladonna has been assisting us and gave us that jewel to sell to aid in our efforts.
Oh man. Lady Belladonna. So I'm sorry. Lady Belladonna is not a fan of Maxius.
that's
So
amazing.
we were not
Well, fair
aware
for
that
him.
that was happening. I mean, at least there is a plan of new leadership after Maxius leaves, right? Are you trying to? Are you hoping that Lady Belladonna will step up, or has she aided you in this plan? She said that she will step up and.
She will have to choose a new lord. Females are not allowed to
So she
rule.
won't have any power. That's so frustrating.
Yeah, she just has to marry some new guy.
Does she have
Dragos,
someone in
how old are
mind?
you again? Dragos is a handsome man.
Dragos is with us.
Let's
Yeah,
not put anything off.
he's a handsome man.
Yes,
Um,
but I mean, okay, we'll see how things go.
wait,
If
so
Dragos,
hold on.
go
That's
ahead.
an amazing. So that Lady Belladonna is supporting the Freedom Force. That's a uplifting and amazing thing to hear.
Before we get too far, can I roll an insight check to see if he really is telling the truth, or just get a feel of this guy? Because it is. I mean, it makes sense to us because we know, but it is kind of a wild accusation that she's assisting in the fighters. Oh, I have no fucking clue. All right.
I have a pretty good passive perception, I believe. I think it's like 13.
That's not this though.
No.
Yeah, insight is different. That's kind of insight is kind of getting the feel of somebody when they're talking.
Yeah, I'm just watching if they're shady, if they're looking
Yeah.
up and lying.
Well, I just persuaded him to tell us. Like he could.
It is
Or,
true.
I don't know.
What would somebody? Sorry.
Well, what are you guys planning next? What's the next step? And
More attacks, more disruption of their supply lines.
does Lady Belladonna feed you information on where their supply lines are?
Through her sources.
Guys, this is amazing. I didn't realize that this
So
was
I
going
have
on.
have an idea. Do you want me to tell you guys in private, or can we share it with Little John here?
Yeah, private first.
I think we're pretty much in character right now. So if you have anything to say,
Yeah,
probably
you're going to say it in front of all of them.
Yeah.
So maybe hold it until we're.
We got Lady Belladonna. If we brought her out,
I don't think that's
we
a
got
good
her
idea.
away from her husband. He
Well,
determined to
Lady
find
Belladonna has
her
to
and
keep up
take her down.
appearances.
Yeah, there's no way.
yeah, there's no way she can just leave the castle or the.
Oh no, she would be kidnapped, and I do air signs with just one arm. Kidnap. Get her away. He comes looking for her, as a jealous husband would, and then and she returns home with a new husband.
Seems far fetched. I do know what you mean, but I think
if she got kidnapped, he is a man who would bring all of his forces to bear to find her.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't he need
He
her
would
to
come
be,
after
to be
us with
Lord?
the full extent of his army.
I mean, if she were to
That would
die,
definitely.
like that wouldn't necessarily disrupt his lordship, but like definitely like he wants her around.
And I mean, and his favor of the people too. People like Lady Belladonna, I assume.
There's another.
I'm just thinking we could shame him into coming into a death trap. We can just eliminate him or capture him.
Hold on. Let's. I'm going to sort of say like, well, until we're ready, we're just going to have a seat over here. Like, is it all right if we pull up by one of the fires over there?
Yeah, this is a lot to take in and
Yeah.
once.
Okay, so let's have a seat by ourselves so we can talk quietly amongst ourselves.
Okay, we got to be very quiet though. We
The rope trick. Let's go up into that. I want to see it. I
Well-
want to go into the little.
yeah, it is a
Go
quiet
into the little
place.
space.
Much.
I love
But-
that magic stuff.
No, I think that's a good idea. We can go into like a little, like a meeting room, you know, go into the rope trick.
Yeah, but they're going to watch us do it. I don't know. It seems like that would be weirder to me than us just whispering to each other. Here's my
Why, dear?
question. I have a thought on how this can work.
Okay, so we're out of character, or are you talking to us in person, in character?
Well, I guess in person, but quietly off to the side.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, go ahead.
If we can convince them to stop attacks, that it's peaceable, that might be the way to draw him out. Have him, we found a peaceable solution. There's a way to get the farmers back. We need him to come out and tour the northern farms to see how bad things have gotten, or to find a way to draw him out. That's the way.
My concern is he'll just find another group of people like us and pay them to come out here and settle the same problem.
Well, no, I mean, again, the violence has to have stopped.
Okay, so but do you think he's a man that would, learn any lesson, or do you think he would just continue to use his power?
No,
I mean, I guess we don't know.
We have to get rid of him and put Lady Belladonna on the throne.
So, do you want him to come out here and then kill him, or?
That was what I was leaning to. Yeah.
Okay.
I
mean, he's not going to travel alone. He's going to have forces with him, and I don't assume he trusts us like that.
Again,
I'm just thinking if we shame him, we can.
To the area.
If we shame him and we bring her, he will might make a mistake if we just wait for him to come. He'll just come down on us.
It's an interesting
Or he'll
challenge.
come down on these
It's
people.
Also, I mean, so they say Lady Belladonna can't rule independently, but if she is popular, like, there's no reason she can't actually rule if she's popular.
Or if we can find a suitable puppet that she can do.
Yeah, I mean, that's a different question, but
It seems to be the way that system works. And so,
I don't know if we're changing history and letting the first lady rule a nation, the Border Kingdom. So I'm not sure.
if she's,
No, there's
if she
always been
stands-
milksop husbands. There's always been the ones who are strong enough to. What's the one? What was the one in Game of Thrones?
There are lots of examples
Wine.
of female queens that held on to power when
The
they're
old
not
lady.
supposed to be able to.
All right, so
But
I mean,
because they're popular and because they have the moral high ground to say they're in charge,
But-
and
Why don't
not
we go talk to her?
but I don't think killing Lord Maxius is the solution. I mean, I don't know how the favor. I mean, I know people don't like him, but how would the favor work? Like, would people wouldn't the army just use it as an excuse to come and use full forces against the freedom
we need
forces?
something that makes her. She is popular and well liked. We need something that makes her sympathetic and doesn't incriminate us in it. Let me think about it a little bit, but I think there's a solution where we can get rid of him, put her on the throne in a position that's protected, and end the violence out here and help the farmers.
I think what we're doing, honestly, I think so. Arn would say, I think we need to remember that we are getting in the way of her plan. She already was given them information. What if instead of just deciding to kill Lord Maxius, we use some of your plan, but I have a slight modification. We have to try to get both of them out here and speak to Lady Belladonna, or maybe not speak to her, or allow her to bring up to him what's the bad things that he's doing, or I mean, in the perfect scenario, we
So
can
maybe
speak
we
to
should
her
just go back
and-
and talk to her.
If he finds out she funded the rebels against him, he's going to kill her.
No, yeah, I know that. No, but I mean, if there's any way that we can speak to her and ask her, like, listen, we heard what the Freedom Forces said. We want to help you. Can you give us any insight of things that you need to be done, instead of, making like political plays by ourselves? We're not lords. We don't know what we're doing. So
We also have another. We should think about the fact that
Actually, this wouldn't be the first
one of
time I
these people
did
here
that.
knows we murdered a bunch of these dudes.
hold up, but both of you guys are talking at the same time.
Sorry. You go ahead.
Well, as I say, there's also a risk to us. The longer we stay here, the more likely it is it comes to light that we murdered a whole bunch of these guys.
That's true. I forgot that we murdered them. Well,
Now-
how come the other guys were so asshole and they were stealing from the kid? We didn't know that.
Yeah,
That they were
no,
Freedom Force-
the whole thing is defensible, but we then stole the jewel and returned it. Like, it puts us in a very bad light.
I know we fucked up bad. We that's why I'm saying maybe we need to speak to Lady Belladonna and ask her. I'm sorry. Like we would tell her, like, excuse me. We would tell her, we weren't aware of the situation. We didn't know that giving you back this jewel would put you in such a hard spot. We want to ask you, what can we do to assist instead of impeding you?
We need to go speak with her.
I think we need to speak to her. I tell Dragos, I don't think we are ready to make that decision. I think we should ask her. I think that we don't have, or I don't want to say the power, but or even the intuition. Like we're playing with something very large here. This is the largest city in the Border Kingdoms.
Yeah.
If we mess up here, we could send this nation into another war. I mean, who knows what would happen if a power, spiral happens. We won't know what happens. We're messing with big power here. We can't just.
We don't want to create a power vacuum that creates chaos.
Yeah. So I think we need to ask her.
And we need to go speak with her, but we need to disguise ourselves the best we can.
Well, there are options there, but it's
Just convince Big John that we hold off and wait in.
here either. Like, we just showed up, said we want to help, if we take off and leave now, it's really suspicious.
Oh, I'll just tell him, look, buddy, we're gonna help, but we need to do things a certain way because we're a pretty strong group.
I cannot
Yeah,
allow
humble,
you
humble
all to
brag.
leave.
Humble brag, but we have killed a dragon, so.
I cannot allow you
all we have
all
to
to
do, all you have to
leave.
do, Dragos, is
Yeah, hold on. He's trying to talk.
I cannot allow you all to leave.
It would compromise the location of your camp.
Yeah, no, we're not going anywhere right now.
it's fine.
We're
Somebody has
more
to
than
Very
happy-
well. If one of us has to
No.
stay, then I can stay. I whisper over.
No,
Two of you
honestly,
may
it
leave.
makes more sense for you.
Wait.
If any of us
Let
should
him
go,
out.
it's you and I should go back to talk to her. We have the
Wait.
best chance of getting into the palace without really being noticed and getting to talk to her if we pick our time.
Let Big John talk. Big John, what were you gonna say?
Only two of you may leave.
And okay, so he says that then. I just wanted to see if he had anything else to say. But do you guys think the best two to go would be the two? I mean, you and Say.
Yeah.
So before you guys leave, what is your plan? Like, maybe we should pick the two that would work the best in this plan. Do we need
My
two
thought
parties,
is-
or should we send one of you guys and then also send either Logan or I or Electo for some help for some damage?
I might have an idea on that.
What do you
I'm
think?
actually pretty stealthy when I need.
We're trying to basically get Lady Belladonna alone to talk to her, correct?
Yeah, we either have to convince her or disguise one of you guys as maybe a serf and maybe see her in the garden or, try to speak to her in quiet.
I have an idea for that,
All
if
right,
you
what's
don't
your
mind.
idea? Go ahead. We need ideas.
Okay, so you did notice how there was a kitchen in the we notice that there was a kitchen in the
Yes.
castle or
Yes.
wherever it was. All right, so I say you do notice how there was a kitchen. Maybe one of us could perform. One of the bards can perform for the Lord. Basically, get him loosened up and all merry, and then offer him a drink. He goes with us to the kitchen, and then Lady Belladonna stays there.
I had another thought too. Is
First, good idea, by the way. That's one plan. We'll write that one down.
the other thought I had is that we wait for a moment where they're having an event where there'll be a lot of people at the palace, a ball or
A
a
birthday
show,
or yeah.
and then we go then and wait to get Lady Belladonna alone and speak to her in private during the ball and use that as an opportunity for cover. It would make the comings and goings much easier, make it much more easy to deal with guards and things like that.
Big John, I have a question. But I know this is a weird question, but do you know of any events that are coming up? Maybe a big party that's happening or anything?
Any what?
Any events? Do people ever go into the palace and hang out there, or?
No, Lord Maxius does not entertain many guests.
Yeah, maybe there's no party happening anytime soon. I think Dragos.
Fair enough.
I think the mission might be to sneak in and work as somebody who works there, or even just hide in a bush and wait to speak to her. I don't think there are better ways
I'm
to
actually
handle
quite
this.
good at that. That's actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, if we have to sneak, I think we might have to send Logan.
All
But if you
right.
guys,
Well, if that is the plan, then I am going to move forward with that, as well as a side quest plan for the people left behind. So I am going to take this next week to formulate exactly what that will be and end a little early tonight due to sickness. And we
course.
shall pick up next week
Yeah,
with
no
the
problem.
plan. I want to
yeah,
thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.